Welcome to Mek-Shar, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah. I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I serve Darth Varon, head of Imperial Logistics and Civil Order. He asked that I aid in supervising this operation due to my experience with the galaxy's criminal element. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
It's good to work with such loyal supporters of the Empire.
Loyal and deferential. The ideal partners for a mission like ours. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait, there's some... What? Making look good.
Who in blazes was that?
Chase them down and find out.
You're kidding, right? Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy the Empress and attack you during a top priority mission, you must have done something truly stirring.
This didn't feel like an assassination attempt. Something else is going on.
Intriguing. But a mystery for later, I think. We'd best return to the mission at hand. Shall we?
Greetings. I am Darth Varon of the Dark Council. It is a pleasure to have you join us for this mission. I overheard something of a commotion. Is everything all right?
Someone attempted to kill our dear guest.
An assassination attempt? Dreadful. I do apologize.
I'm not convinced it was an assassin. It felt more like I was being tested.
Really? I shall task some of our people with tracking the assailant down. I would love to learn more. Now then, Shah, let's go over what we've planned.
A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from Mek-Shar in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So we stop them from refueling.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't fulfill our Empress's command.
If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack while they transfer the fuel.
Just so, my friend.
Major Anri, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now Mekshaw's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won, so they put in a fail-safe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in Mekshaw's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit. Make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks. Fry every ship in the fleet.
If the pulse will already stop them, why bother with the extra step?
If we have the opportunity to obliterate our enemy, why do any less? The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap.
Fortunately, you have the perfect opportunity to get started. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
Consider it done, Lord Shah.
If any other developments occur in the meantime, we will inform you at once.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Best of luck.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek-Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek-Sha safe is her top priority.
All right, Darth Shah said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of Mek-Sha. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor, we tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harrido Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda.
They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Is there anything else I should know?
We'll keep our eyes open for any other big players, but I'm sure you can handle these guys.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot. Mek-Sha!
How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years! All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward! We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Meksha. Did you enjoy the speech?
I think you're one good blockade away from realizing who's actually in charge.
You think you can spare the ships it would take? How many planets would you be willing to lose to prove a point? Puffing up your chest at me won't get you anywhere. In the meantime, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me, and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, meet Taui there, Jedi Knight.
It's so rare that we can step away from the war for a peaceful chat.
Just because nobody's shooting at each other yet, doesn't mean the war isn't here.
The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Ossus. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
You have nothing to fear from me, Jedi.
We'll see.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
What do you want?
You know who you're speaking to, right?
Yeah, and that's got me suspicious. Republic ships show up, you show up, you want to chit-chat with the Darmander. We aren't going to fight your little war. If that's what you're after, you're wasting your time.
I don't care about your mercenaries. I need your influence here on Meksha.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Maybe the canteen will let it, and we'll see.
Chonky faguta geobora geotokakise. Demote ki casa do bonyelis di woto. Chai con kunta chichai.
I'm not looking for friends.
Conchita chichakta. Kusa malachikuta. Ikosa mose ala tuta. Koba ne puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious. What's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kliskataka yos osko uka bakuta. Makipuna mali tuta on mishka. Mitisaroda, Kopana Chaporko Utmangisa?
It'd be better to discuss this in private.
Pampaula Kavaji Otto.
What do you have in mind?
Bulawa Michadesula. Kastu Lile, Gio Hola Lukuta. Tungi Machechu, Kuti Nankihe. Wanawa de Bloto Wichawa.
Keep on walking, I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
Insulting me to my face. Not the smartest choice.
Hutbreaker needs me and mine a lot more than she needs you and yours. You want to kill me? Go ahead. See what happens. Huh. I need another drink.
Ah, there you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
Scruffy isn't the word I'd choose.
I couldn't agree more.
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realising who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the Exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
Why did you come here?
You're going to work with me, or I'll obliterate you and every last one of your Darmander.
Guess there is some fire in you. Fine, I'll hear you out. What do you want from me?
I want you to vote in favor of selling fuel to the Republic.
You want them to refuel? I don't know what your game is, but I don't need to. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
What did you have in mind?
You know that slimy little Rhodian Vic? Runs a smuggling crew. He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darmander catches the blame. I know the guy who's next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vic, and the vote's yours.
You can count on me. Vic is as good as dead.
Take this communicator and get somewhere out of the way. Buzz Vic with it, and he'll think Hutbreaker's calling for him. Use it to call me when the job's done. Once I see it with my own eyes, we'll be golden.
Mitisaroda, Kopana Chaporko Utmangisa? Onkiki ato cha kampat noka, chisabicha.
Job's done. Good. The vote's yours. Good luck with your war.
If you decide you're interested in mercenary work for the Empire...
If I get that stupid, you'll be the first one I call. See you when I see you.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Indigo to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
I'd gladly kill that crusty old man, but then we'd need another vote.
The sacrifices we make for our empire. Before we dive into this op, I have to tell you, I feel like Balron's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
You were a slave once. How do you feel about slavery in the Empire?
Being a slave was horrible, but it motivated me to be the best, to make myself more. That's what the Empire's all about, isn't it? Still, if things had been different, I could have got a lot more years soldiering in. Probably a lot of good soldiers died working in a mine or something, before they got their chance to really make a difference.
Slavery is cruel and destructive. The Empire would be better off without it.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to get things done the best they can be done. But I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more brains put to it. Alright, I burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amory out.
Major Anry, I'm downloading the failsafe schematics now.
Copy that. Think we finally have the old fool locked down. Gonna snag some droids and make our getaway before he gets loose again. Anry out.
Running off, eh? I'm not done with you. Deploy the big fellas. All of them.
Thanks to your impressive efforts, the vote has gone as we intended. Mekshar will sell fuel to the Republic. Their ships are preparing to dock now.
All without the slightest idea of our true plans. Well done. We can begin our attack as soon as their ships are locked in.
I've gone over the failsafe schematics with my boys. We'll break into the maintenance shafts and hit the 4 main emitters all at once. Someone else will have to throw the big switch, though. Can't activate the failsafe from inside. Has to be done from the dock's control center.
Leave that to me.
We're of the same mind. Excellent. Before you begin, I will load the remainder of our troops into assault shuttles and make a diversionary strike on the docks themselves. That should serve to distract the bulk of their defenders. Still, do be careful as you approach the failsafe controls, darling.
I don't want to see you hurt either.
Wouldn't want to spoil the victory party, after all. Oh, to see their ships gutted by the very fuel that they were so desperate to acquire. This will be a glorious day for the Empire.
A day to be exceeded only by our forthcoming victory on Corellia. Now then, everyone to your tasks. Take no prisoners, and above all else, enjoy yourselves.
I've reached the failsafe controls.
Emitters have all been modified. We're ready.
Outstanding! Activate the failsafe.
I'm trying. There's something wrong. The console just exploded. The whole system must have failed.
No! No! This can't be! Abort! Abort the mission! Everyone retreat!
You made an all-out military assault on my docks! Mek Shah isn't Imperial territory. You don't get to ignore my rules!
Your concerns are noted.
Mek Shah will form an alliance with the Sith Empire. In time, we will become very close friends indeed.
We will establish a modest garrison here to ensure the ongoing prosperity and security of our new friends.
In return, we gain a valuable fueling outpost that ensures the ongoing efficiency of our operations in this sector. Or you will be replaced.
I'm sure we won't need to resort to such drastic alternatives. Will we?
No.
Splendid.
You may go now.
Vowron, Shah, report.
The Republic fleet has escaped.
That is disappointing. Commander, how did this happen?
Vowron and Shah were too focused on making Mek Shah an Imperial way station. That cost us the mission.
Preposterous.
Silence! We have no time for squabbles. The combined strength of the Republic's Onderon and Mek Shah fleets will present a significant challenge to our Corellia operation. I'm transmitting coordinates now. We will meet to discuss our strategy for the attack immediately. Malgus out.
I shall remember this, Commander. Rest assured. A valuable fueling outpost that ensures the ongoing efficiency of our operations in this sector. Or you will be replaced.
Lana. I believe we're done here.
What? What about Mek Shah?
It's yours. Enjoy.
I take it there have been some developments.
The Republic fleet escaped. They're on their way to Corellia now.
Is that so? And what of Shah and Vowron?
Their obsession with taking control of Mek Shah cost us the mission. I did what I had to do.
As the Empress decreed, the combined strength of the Republic's Onderon and Mek Shah fleets will present a significant challenge to our Corellia operation. I'm transmitting coordinates now. We will meet to discuss our strategy for the attack immediately. Malgus out.
Hey, sounds like I'm headed for Corellia too. How about... What in the... No. You know what? I don't need to know. Wise choice. You're just as sharp as I've heard. Are you one of the ones where I backtalk and get killed?
Do you think that's what got them killed? Backtalk?
Them? No, probably had to kill them just to get a word in at all.
Oh, I like this one.
I've enjoyed working with her so far. Major Anri, this is Lana Beniko.
Charmed.
I got tired of sitting around in the shuttle. So am I clear to come in here or what? Oh. One of those missions, huh?
Best not to ask, I find.
If only he could help himself.
Are we good to go or what? This is not the best neighborhood.
Lead the way.